My name's John Bell, I'm a personal trainer. One of the areas I really do specialise in is boxing training, and I'm a qualified fight fit boxing instructor. At the moment I'm running a course especially relating to boxing and boxing training called Box Yourself Fit, and I perform this at people's houses, so instead of having to go to a gym to do it, I'll come to their house and teach them a variety of techniques and skills with boxing and have a lot of fun doing that. In terms of how long the courses are, it's a minimum really of 6 weeks, because that's the minimum time it would take for the body to have to change in terms of fitness. And it really depends on the client's goals and their availability, how many times I'd train them a week and how many weeks we'd go for on the particular course that's right for them. Now, the benefits of boxing are probably a little bit unknown by people, although I think a lot of people have seen boxers, on TV or in real life, whichever. And I usually say to people, if you've ever seen an unfit, out of condition boxer, very rarely. They're very, very conditioned, and they're one of the most conditioned athletes in all forms of athletics and all forms of sport. So the real benefits of boxing are multi-faceted, really. They work very much on heart and lung conditioning. It's very demanding in terms of your heart and lungs, so your cardiovascular fitness, so you get out of breath a lot, raises the heart rate. So that's wonderful for health benefits. But also because of the manoeuvring within boxing, and if you're boxing with correct technique, which of course I will teach within the courses, there's a lot of rotation, so a lot of the actual rotation is coming from your hips and the thighs, and the power's coming up through the floor and through then out of the arms. So it works very, very effectively from above the knees up to the sort of middle area, these areas that people really want to change, your buttocks, your thighs, and your middle, your midriff here, so the tummy. So it's absolutely brilliant for most people in terms of what their goals are, and it will also very much tone the arms as well. It's like doing sort of 100 press-ups every time you do a boxing session with myself, so the arms get beautifully toned. Again, with boxing, my client range is very diverse. I do train a 13-year-old daughter of one of my clients. That's purely because I was training her and she said, I think my daughter might enjoy this, and she absolutely loves it. And then I've got two 65-year-olds, which you wouldn't think would want her to fly, and they absolutely love it. They try and leather the pads, and so it's actually people who don't think they would enjoy boxing really do, and women specifically who don't have any outlet for physical sort of frustration that a lot of men have in sport and rugby and football. They find it very empowering, and you don't ever mention how's your husband or is your ex-boyfriend annoyed you, because then they try and knock me through a wall. A question I do get asked about boxing is it safe? Because obviously people think they might get hurt. Firstly, they don't get hit, so they're safe. I'm the one that they're hitting. I hold a pair of hand mitts, or they're actually called focus mitts. So very, very safe, and a sort of a soft insulation sort of hit. But I teach very proper technique, and I hand wrap as well, which is putting proper sort of wraps around the hand before they go into the boxing gloves. This supports the wrists and the knuckles, and with proper technique it's absolutely 100% safe. So the techniques and skills that I teach are correct boxing technique in terms of the basic punches. So we're running through a basic jab, which is the stop punch of a boxer, a lot of rotation here. We do the big right, which obviously people love because it's the big power punch if you're right-handed. And then we do a lot of twisting maneuvers as well, which is where the core comes in. And we do left uppercut, right uppercut, we do left hooks, right hooks, left body shots. All of these require a lot of movement within the core. But I also teach movement as well, so it's not all static boxing. You don't just stand in one space. Initially, as you're building up technique, and I'm building up technique with my clients, they will be in one place, but then I get them moving around, so you're trying to move the feet and the arms. So it's quite cognitively challenging, but brilliant fitness and brilliant fun. Now the boxing course that I offer, I train at people's houses. Again, I take all the equipment, the boxing gloves, the hand wraps, the mitts. They just need to be ready in their training gear, and then I'll do the rest. So I'll train at people's houses, and again, that's flexible in terms of when they want to train, the certain times they want to train. I train people very early in the morning, and I train people very late in the evening, and I train people during the day. So again, a lot of flexibility there. To take the next step, if you're interested in taking on one of my boxing courses, you can book a free taster session where we can put the gloves on and you can see if you like it. So it's obviously important that you're going to enjoy it. And you can book either online via the inquiry form, or just give me a call.